These next two questions are closely related, so I'll combine them. The Bible speaks of an unforgivable sin in the book of Matthew where Jesus said, "But the blasphemy against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven by men." What does this mean? Are there sins that perfect living masters never forgive? And the next is, do perfect living masters have opinions about morality, murder, suicide, abortion, sexual orientation?
The Bible speaks of an unforgivable sin in the book of Matthew, where Jesus said, "But the blasphemy against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven men." What does this mean? Are there sins that perfect living masters never forgive? God does not forgive, but perfect living masters forgive. God is impartial. The God that we worship is not the totality of consciousness. The God we worship is the God that created this universe, the God that made all these things. He sits at the top of the astral plane, and that's the God we worship, because He made all things. He created the whole universe. He's the God who sits in heaven. He's a God who can be seen. He's a God that next to Him you can sit. And there are a lot of references even in the Bible about being able to go to heaven, sit near the God. But totality of consciousness has nothing except totality. There's nothing outside of it. And that is why perfect living masters, when they come here, they are not representing God or any gods. They are representing our own totality, the ultimate reality, reality beyond God, reality that created God. And therefore, when they appear in human form and they are talking from that level of consciousness, they always forgive. They never punish. They know we are being punished automatically by our own mind. They know we are being punished by the law of karma, which operates in the three regions, physical, astral, and causal. They know we are already being punished too much. They don't come to add punishment. They come to forgive. That is why one day a man came to Great Master. I was there. I saw this incident. A man comes and his secretaries are sitting on the floor next to Great Master. And the man runs to Master. "Master, forgive me. You told me not to drink alcohol. You told me not to eat meat. You told me to live a very pure moral life. I defied your orders, all of them, last night. Bad company. I drank alcohol. I was able to eat meat which they gave me. I womanized all night. And this was my state. I want your forgiveness." Everybody was horrified to hear the story. Great Master said, "Okay, you are forgiven, don't do it again." He said, thank you, and he ran away. His secretaries and people around him, his close disciples, asked him, "Master, this man committed sin. He committed heinous sins to go against your own instructions to him. And you just forgave him just because he asked, 'Give me forgiveness,' and you said, 'Forgive me.'" He said, "This man," Great Master said, "this man was punishing himself. He had already punished himself before he came to me with his own mind. Now I can't punish him more, so I forgave him and I told him, don't do it again." The secretary said, "Master, supposing he does the same thing again and comes to you with the same prayer, will you forgive him again?" He said, "I think I'll forgive him again." "Master, when will you punish him?" He said, "There are so many negative forces in this universe already punishing people. Don't put me amongst the punishers. Let me remain amongst the forgivers." The compassion and love of a perfect living master cannot be matched. They never punish, they always forgive. We punish ourselves, and therefore we should remember perfect living masters are not what he described as the punisher or the ruler of this world who rules, who's responsible for creating this law of karma, who is creating good and bad, who is creating good and evil. We are belonging to a place which is no good and evil. It's beyond this combination of opposites. We are in a state of bliss. Good and evil is created by the mind, played out by the mind. And we create good and evil with the mind. We reward ourselves and punish ourselves with the mind. So these laws of karma are all working only here. Soul has never had any karma, never will. The karma is carried by the mind. When you identify with the mind, then you begin to suffer the same karma. If you separate yourself from your mind and watch the mind in action, you never have karma. You'll see some game going on, it will not affect you. So that is why the masters always forgive. Second part. Do perfect living masters have opinions about morality, murder, suicide, abortion, sexual orientation? Yes. Their opinion is, this is all mental. Rise above the mind, none of these will affect you. This is just something happening in a world of duality, world of pain and pleasure, world of opposites, world of good and evil, and will stay here. You go to a true home, no such thing.